Yeah, so brother, I think that the writing's on the wall for this one. I mean, one of the reasons they had Topuria fight Charles and not Armin is, in my opinion, very clearly because they want Topuria to be the champ, right? I think that the fight is fascinating against Charles, but we would be wrong if we didn't admit that Charles was on his downside. I mean, he had just lost to Armin, very close fight, right? But he lost at the end of the day, and that was a grappler versus grappler fight, right? This is a striker versus grappler fight. They say that Topuria is an animal on the ground too. Well, I hope we get to see that finally, right? Like, his boxing is phenomenal, but like, I want to see him on the ground. Everybody says he's this got awesome jiu-jitsu on the ground. Okay, good. I want to see it now. And Charles is the one to bring it out. I mean, this fight, interestingly to me, is very much boxing versus Muay Thai knees and elbows. And those styles rarely combine with one another. We know the vulnerability in boxing. Topuria slips his head a lot, right? So he might slip into a knee or a kick. And I look at that as one of Charles's only avenues to victory. Although, of course, off his back on the floor, Charles is always going to be dangerous too. I can't wait to see how that blends. You know, I want to see those elbows come in as Topuria is slipping, because you don't slip elbows. I remember asking Junction on, the Muay Thai coach at El Nino, like, hey, how do you block an elbow? And he looks at me and goes, cover it up. And I laughed to myself. There's no real way to block an elbow except getting your arms in the way and whatnot. But look, all that having been said about the styles, about where they are, everybody who watches my channel knows I'm a big believer in momentum. And that's why they matched Topuria with Charles. Like, they want to continue Topuria's momentum. And I believe they're going to by matching him this way. Armin would have been a much tougher fight, right? He's a born wrestler more than anything else, and that's not what Topuria likes to do. Topuria likes to strike. They say he's good on the ground, but I imagine we'll have to see him against Armin sometime in the near future, or maybe the UFC will protect him, who knows. But yeah, momentum is a huge deal, and Topuria is going into this weekend riding huge momentum. So I just don't think there's any way that Charles can pull it off. But I'll tell you what, you know, we're talking about a guy who learned how to fight MMA on the job in the UFC. His jiu-jitsu game was so stellar, and a guy who's got some of the best Muay Thai elbows and knees in the game of MMA. Why? Because he's not scared to stand straight up in a Muay Thai stance. Why? Because if you put him on his back, then you're in his world of jiu-jitsu. So listen, man, it's going to be fun, but I think at the end of the day, too much momentum for Topuria, too much boxing skill, and let's face it, Charles is on the downside of a illustrious career. So yeah, the Pantoja fight, I already talked about that one. Everybody, read my book, Warrior of the Light.